Today I'm going to discuss how fish fighting works in Trophy Fishing Mobile. I'm going to skip over all the details and just get to the basics. We are going to begin our fishing trip at Turtle River. This is the starting area. We will start with a default Zodiac boost called Comet, which gives a base boost to our fish fighting ability. It's very useful for new players. Before we can fish other places in the game, we must acquire map pieces. Both map pieces and Zodiac boosts will be discussed in detail in a future video. In Trophy Fishing Mobile, your best available lures by default will be selected into your active lures before you begin each fishing trip. When you are a new player, you only have unlimited lures. As the name suggests, these lures never run out and are slightly below a regular common lure in terms of performance. We can see there is a locked movement option that requires 5 map pieces, but for now we can only fish at the boat launch. I click Cast underneath Bait Store Mealworm to begin casting. We now wait for the fish to bite. On this screen you can read relevant current weather information or ambient text. When a fish actually bites, you will definitely know. If you have notifications enabled on your phone, you'll be alerted if you do not take an action after hooking a fish. Audible cues and a change in music can all be enabled. A lot of factors can change how fast a fish bites, including fish perks, tarot cards, and equipment. All of this will be discussed in a future video. In this video, it takes about 1 minute to get a bite. I'm going to skip ahead to the good part. Welcome to your first fish fight. To catch a fish, you must reel it in. On the screen, in the corners, you can see relevant information. The top left shows the line tension. The top right shows how many releases you have available to you. In the bottom left, it shows how much feet of line remains, and in the bottom right, it shows the overall difficulty of catching this fish. When you attempt to reel a fish, depending on the difficulty of the fish, you will reel 1 to 6 feet. It's also possible that you will reel and nothing will happen, and the line tension will increase. Line tension determines if the line will break on reel attempts. When you release line, your line tension will drop. It is also possible a fish can pull 1 to 6 feet when line is released. Fish rarity determines the odds of both line tension increases, release pulls, and even the starting distance. The fish overall difficulty determines how easy it is to reel it in. For all fish, you can see the shape of the fish, which we call its shadow, and the rarity. For this example, I have hooked a runt. This is the smallest version of a fish, and the lowest rarity, but it is the easiest to catch, which is good news for me as I am a new player. Every fish in the game has a shadow shape, so it is possible to identify fish based on the shadow before you even reel it in. The bigger the fish, the wider it appears on the screen. I ended up reeling in a level 3 runt bluegill. I can see the value of the fish is $1.51. I can also see determining factors and light characteristics about the lure I used. The bluegill likes live baits, and this location is also considered a species hotspot. All these factors influence the rarity, which gives us a lucky fish from time to time. Basically, with lucky fish, the odds are these are larger fish, and you start fish fighting with 1 extra release. This can be a lifesaver. Also, on this fish, we received a bonus tarot game. I'm not going to get too into tarot games for this video since they are a rather large subject, but basically they give you bonuses for your fishing trip, which can stack up. I'm going to skip the tarot game for this video and skip right to my next fishing attempt. The basic strategy is reel the line when it's low tension, and release tension when it's not. In some cases, you may desire to cut the line, which instantly removes the fish, with a reduced chance of losing your lure. That about sums up fish fighting. The fish you catch are put into your live well. Your lowest of a species is automatically released if you are over the live well limit for that species. Catching fish is the lifeblood of playing trophy fishing mobile. It gives you money to invest in equipment and perk points. In addition, you can earn tarot games, which leads you to lures, coins, and map pieces. Anyways, look forward to other videos that'll be going into all the various details of trophy fishing mobile. We have barely scratched the surface.